What's up, YouTube? My name is Mo, and I'm starting something new on this channel. Previously, you might have seen some World of Warcraft videos and a couple of just like tutorials on how to use some of the tools that WoW has to offers. But I still play WoW, but I decided to do something that I'm very passionate about, which is opening packs. One might say that I have a little bit of a addiction to opening packs, but a responsible one at that. So today's box is going to be a box of Theros Beyond Death because I didn't really get to open a ton of this product. I had a little lull where I stopped playing Magic for a while. I actually don't even really play all that much, but still have the itch to open packs every once in a while. I'm planning to make this a weekly series, but not just using Magic the Gathering boxes. We're going to be looking at boxes of Magic, Pokemon, Dragon Balls, a card game, any other card games that come out that look interesting. Might even get some older stuff to open, some more expensive stuff, provided the funding is there, and maybe even some digital items like, black market auction house boxes in WoW, if things work out in my favor. But this first video is really me just trying to get my bearings. As you can see, I opened up this first pack and I tried to make some nice stacks, but I quickly decided that those stacks weren't good enough and it was going to take up too much real estate because of the way I have the camera set up. So we're just going to be showing the rares. And I have a little bit of OCD, so I was trying to move the cards around to get them perfectly within frame, and I give up on that pretty soon. Nothing exciting on this first third of the box, really. It was pretty bland, kind of disappointing, and I was starting to worry if I was going to get any value out of this box. The Temple, the first I wrote in games, just not very exciting cards to pull. And I'm listening to this and the wrapping is noisy, so maybe I'll just need to move my phone back or lower the reception value for opening these packs. It's also kind of like a semi-vlog of me critiquing myself opening cards. But maybe y'all will enjoy it. Maybe y'all will enjoy the stuff that's to come. It's pretty crazy when the most exciting card you get out of a pack is a Field of Ruin sometimes, which was the case for that pack. And we're going pretty slow, mainly because I haven't really seen this set. A lot of you that'll watch the video will probably say, "Man, why is he going so slow? This stuff's been out 4 months now," and well, frankly, I haven't seen it, so I'm kind of eyeing it a little bit, taking a good look. Future videos will probably be faster, especially when it's with sets that I know, or the sets will be kind of slow because it'll be stuff that's new to all of us. So when I purchased this box, I asked the store owner that I was purchasing it from what he thought the best EV for a Magic set was. So I was trying to decide between a box of Theros and a box of Ikoria. Maybe in this instance I should have gone with the box of Ikoria, but I had opened a little bit of that product already, so I wasn't too interested in opening more of it. I wanted to open something that I hadn't really opened all that much of before. And the lands in the set look pretty sweet, so it was nice to add some of those to my collection in case I ever want to use them for any kind of decks. As you'll see, I do some pricing. My pricing guidelines were anything that came in above $1 on TCG Low, because I'm really going for a realistic pricing, pricing that I'm going to be able to get for the cards if I were to post them and try to get some value back out of them. There could also be a potential down the line where I do a recap of the video and see where the price is a year from now versus when the product's fresh. That'd be an interesting look because I don't know if we get a whole lot of that, and it's nice to see some of the changes. So as we see, we got a Perforos, and when I opened it, I was kind of excited because I thought that card was, going to be somewhat expensive, and I was very disappointed to see it was a $1.50, but that's the ropes sometimes. And some of these cards I would have thought would have been a little bit more pricey, even if it was like in a $1, $2 range, just because of their cost and their playability in some of the older formats or even in Commander, but it just wasn't the case, I found. I was a little dismayed by it. I think at some point here, I start wondering how many packs I've opened because I lost count, and so I keep on looking up at the top row cards to count the number of rares, so I can see where I'm at. I gotta say, I gotta work on that pack opening speed a little bit too. I wasn't particularly fast on the draw on any of those. And I was trying to make some room for the foils towards the bottom, but yeah, looking at the real estate that I have, you'll see pretty soon that all goes out the window, and we just end up showing rares, foil rares, and maybe some of the more expensive foils that we just stack in with the rares. This is interesting, though, from just the perspective of looking at now versus when it first came out as a 3-set block with Theros, Journey into Nyx, and I forget what the middle set was. I really think that Gravebreaker Lamia is a pretty good card, especially for Commander. I play a lot of Commander nowadays, so it's really where my focus is when I'm opening cards and looking at what I'm going to use. There I am trying to count again. Trying not to make it look apparent that I'm counting, but I'm definitely counting there. So, the spoilers in the near future, but we're about to come up across a vein of just good hits, and that's really where the box shines out. So I thought this foil Underworld Breach was going to be a big hitter, but I guess because of the bannings that it has experienced, it's kind of tanked the price. I'm also not sure how collector's boosters affect the prices of regular cards, but I feel like a lot of these cards would have been a little bit higher if it weren't for the fact that we have collector's boosters with the extended arts and the showcase frames and just the kind of premium product we have. And speaking of showcase frames, we get a showcase Cloithus and a foil Plains. I was very excited about both of those, more so the foil Plains. I thought it would have been a little bit more than $2, but it kind of makes me think maybe I should just go on to one of them card sites and buy a bunch of these lands, because I do think they're pretty cool, and it'd be nice to have like 20 or 30 of each one for deck building or whatnot. But Also, wonder what your guys' thoughts on the showcase frames are for this particular set. The constellations look cool, but I didn't really think they stood out much more than just the regular enchantment style border. And this is probably the most excited I got in this box opening, pulling the Uro. But I think any box that you get an Uro in is a good box. And then there we get a showcase foil uncommon. I had to look at it for a second because I thought I was getting a Perforos, but it was one of the uncommons, and that was one of the other things that threw me off about this particular set, especially in the back end of the packs, was, man, these showcase frames that the uncommons and the gods share, or I guess they're demigods and gods. It was kind of strange to me that the way they did that. You don't typically see that. Like if we're looking at something like Core 21, yeah, we have the Planeswalkers and then the Planeswalker spells that have the showcase borders, but they're still like different enough that you know what's what. It's different here. I'd like to get your all's thoughts about it. There's a lot of really cool flavorful cards in this set, though. Like, I really like that Phoenix of Ash for whatever reason. I know it's not worth too much, but I'm ever not excited to open it. And I just commented there when I was recording the video that this middle part of the box was pretty exciting. Got a lot of good hits, whereas the first part of the box was very blah, just nothing going on there. And I was starting to worry a little bit after I opened that first row, because I opened up a box at my friend's shop, and when I opened up the first row, I got 0 mythics, nothing of value. So at least getting the Uro hero and the god and the foil plane, it felt pretty good. Another pack where the Field of Ruin is probably the most exciting card. Also, the foil Underworld Breach was exciting for me at the time, and not to say that it's not exciting moving forward. I'm definitely going to have some uses for it and some deck that I'm going to form at some point. What deck that'll be, who knows? But maybe I'll share it once I get it done. So, nothing much more exciting on this particular section of the box. I think we're going to be moving into the last row now. We get some decent things out of there. As soon as I, stop having trouble with the packs. Ashiok's Erasure is an interesting card. I don't know if I'll be playing that in Commander anytime soon. I'm not sure what its constructed playability is in the Standard or Pioneer or Historic formats is. Definitely one of those unique kind of Banishing Light cards that is able to target spells on the stack. I was really surprised that the Elspeth Conquers Death was worth money, to be honest. I did go through and price every single one of these cards afterwards just to make sure I wasn't missing anything. I thought that Elspeth Conquers Death was worth something, then the Achrome War had to be worth something, right? Right? Unfortunately, it was not. Yeah, I definitely should have just skipped these comments at this point, but I just wanted to see what if I had missed anything. Like, I think this is the point where I saw Vanishing Light was in the set. So, Nyx Lotus is pretty good. I was pretty happy to pull that. The Binding of the Titans foil looked nice. I think maybe something else I'll do on this channel is I'll have conversations while opening packs, so there isn't so much dead space. I think that might be the right term, or dead air, just to keep everyone engaged. Ooh, Allure of the Unknown. Ugh. I think, like, if I buy single packs, I might just pull that card. I have a few of them, and I don't know how I got them. It's unknown to me. So, the Temples are pretty cool cards. It's unfortunate that they're reprinted to oblivion at this point. I don't really know what I was thinking here. I figured I would change the way I was opening the packs just to make it more of excitement when I pulled something nice, and then I just happened to pull a foil Croxa, and I was pretty excited about that. Like, foil Titan, pretty sweet. The only way it gets better if it's foil Uro, but I ain't even mad. I'll take a foil Croxa. I'll have a use for it somewhere. I even state to myself that it's like I knew I was coming the way I started opening the pack or moving the cards out. So I hit my camera. I have it set up on a stand, so I hit the stand. It shook a little bit. Unfortunate, but those are the pitfalls of a novice video recording YouTuber. I wouldn't even classify myself as a YouTuber. I'm just a guy putting videos up of me opening cards for others that want to vicariously live through me that don't have the means to do it, to enjoy some pack openings. I think that's the only duplicate rare we got, which is pretty fortunate. There have been sets where I have opened many duplicate rares in a box of, like, terrible rares too. And this is the last pack, so maybe we get something good out of it. Maybe not. So I tried the little off the top again, and I messed up, and you can see the Planeswalker at the bottom. So Elspeth was the last card, sitting at a solid $1.50. So if you stuck it out with me till the very end, I very much appreciate it. You could do me another great favor and click that like button, subscribe for more content that's going to be coming in the future, and just join me on my journey as I'm opening up more boxes of different various TCGs and maybe even some digital content. To close, I opened this box and I just kind of wanted to see what the value point was at. So you're going to see a total of what all came out. You're also going to see my profit and loss margin, and it was definitely a loss in this case. But I didn't open the box because I was trying to make a profit, because that would be silly. You don't generally make a profit off of boxes. But I open it for the pure joy and to support my local gaming store. Thanks, and take care.